Hey friends, I hope you are enjoying this beautiful day. I hope you've had a chance to get outside and play. It feels so nice and warm. Tomorrow is the first day of spring and it just feels like spring out here. So I thought it would be fun to come down to my dock and read Mr. Popper's Penguins to you. I saw some turtles out here a while ago and I was hoping they would still be here, but I think they swam away when they heard me coming. You might see one of my dogs. My lab, Nala, just got into the lake chasing her ball. And so she's going to come up here and get me all wet here in just a minute because she wants me to play ball with her. Watch. You want to see her jump in? Watch this. Oh, stop, Nala. Get your ball. Put it down. Here she goes. You ready? Watch her jump. She loves swimming in the lake. It's her favorite thing to do. But she scares all the little critters away that are out there. And then she likes to come up here and shake and get me all wet. Just like that. All right, you stay, I'm gonna read. There's my other little pooch. She's over there sniffing around in the grass. All right. No, not a sit. I know. Nope. I hope this works. We may have to stop and go upstairs where she's not bothering me. All right. So back to where we were. We are on chapter 10. This chapter is called Shadows. The next day, the picture of Mr. Popper and Captain Cook appeared in the Stillwater Morning Chronicle with a paragraph about the house painter who had received a penguin by air express from Admiral Drake in the faraway Antarctic. Then the Associated Press picked up the story, and a week later, in the photograph could be seen in the Sunday edition of the most important newspapers in all of the large cities in the country. Naturally, the Poppers all felt very proud and happy. Captain Cook was not happy, however. He had suddenly ceased his gay exploring little walks about the house, and he would sit most of the day sulking in the refrigerator. Mrs. Popper had removed all of the strange objects, and she left the marbles and the checkers so that Captain Cook now had a nice, orderly little rookery. "He won't play with us anymore," said Bill. "I tried to get some of my marbles from him, and he tried to bite me." "Naughty Captain Cook," said Janie. "We better leave him alone, children," said Mrs. Popper. "He feels mopey, I guess." But it was soon very clear that something worse than mopiness ailed Captain Cook. All day he would sit with his little white circled eyes staring out sadly from the refrigerator. His coat having lost its glossy, lovely look, his round little tummy was growing flatter each day. He would turn away now when Mrs. Popper would offer him some canned shrimps. One evening she took his temperature. It was 104 degrees. "Well, Papa," she said, "I think that you had better call the veterinarian doctor. I'm afraid Captain Cook is really ill." But when the veterinarian came, he only shook his head. He was a very good animal doctor, and although he had never taken care of a penguin before, he knew enough about birds to see at a glance that this one was seriously ill. "I'll leave you some pills. Give him 1 hour, and then you can try to feed him on sherbet and wrap him in ice packs. But I can't give you any encouragement because I'm afraid that it's a hopeless case. This kind of bird was never made for this climate. I can see you've taken very good care of him, but an Antarctic penguin cannot survive in still water." That night, the Poppers sat up all night, taking turns changing the ice packs. It was no use. In the morning, Mrs. Popper took Captain's temperature again, and it had gone up to 105. Everyone was very sympathetic. The reporter on the Morning Chronicle stopped in to inquire about the penguin. The neighbors brought in all sorts of broths and jellies to try to tempt the little fellow. Even Mrs. Callahan, who had never had a very high opinion of Captain Cook, made a lovely frozen custard for him. But nothing did any good. Captain Cook was too far gone. Look at this sad picture of Captain Cook in the freezer. Oh, he looks so sad. I do hope nothing really terrible happens to him. He slept all day now in a very heavy stupor, and everyone was saying that the end was not far away. All of the Poppers had grown terribly fond of the funny, solemn little chap, and Mr. Popper's heart was frozen with terror. It seemed to him that his life would be very empty if Captain Cook went away. Surely someone would know what to do for a sick penguin. He wished there was some way he could ask advice of Admiral Drake way down at the South Pole, but there wasn't time. In his despair, Mr. Popper had an idea. A letter had brought him a pet, so he sat down and he wrote another letter. This one was addressed to Dr. Smith, the curator of the great aquarium in Mammoth City. It was the largest aquarium in the world. Surely, if anyone anywhere had any idea what could cure a dying penguin, this man would. 2 days later, there was an answer from the curator. Unfortunately, he wrote, it's not easy to cure a sick penguin. Perhaps you do not know that, but we too, in our aquarium, have at Mammoth City a penguin from the Antarctic. It is also failing rapidly in spite of everything we've done for it. I have wondered lately whether it's not just suffering from loneliness. Perhaps that is what ails your Captain Cook. I am therefore shipping you under a separate cover our penguin. You may keep her. There's just a chance that the birds may get on better together. And that is how Greta came to live at 432 Proudfoot Avenue. Oh my goodness, could you imagine? Now the Poppers have 2 penguins. I wonder what in the world they're going to do. I can't wait to find out tomorrow. I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.